Quiet. Welcome back. I don't even remember the last time that I recorded anything, but today we're gonna make another video. Gonna go drifting tomorrow at a skid pad at Sebring. I guess it's not part of Sebring directly, but some guy does a driving school out there and has a skid pad that our buddy convinced him to let us rent. So I want to test some things tomorrow. Specifically, I've been having a oil spewing out of my blow-off valve that I'm not sure exactly if it's my turbo or if it's my PCV catch can setup that I have going on. I know that this engine produces a lot of blow-by, and I previously thought I solved this problem, but I have a backup plan. And then the other thing that I want to do is put on a big sway bar on the front and see how that does grip-wise. Sorry about my neighbor mowing the lawn. First things first, my garage is an absolute cluster, as per usual. But specifically, I had to dump everything out of the truck so my buddy could detail it after I had a big ol' hole in the back window that has now been fixed. I thought that I got shot. What? So if anybody's curious, that's how much tread I had left. Didn't really think that they were going bad. Honestly, that didn't hit me in the back of the head. So maybe it did. I don't know. I was shocked. Wasn't thinking. We'll be back on the road soon. All right, let's go. Ready? Ready. All right, so shout out to my boy Kevin at Spectral Performance. He got me the big front sway bar that I wanted. And we are going to open it up real quick. I think it's always a good idea before you start taking stuff off the car. Not that it would be a big deal if I didn't have my front sway bar on. It's always a good idea to make sure you got everything in here first. So, let's see. Alright, perfect. So this is the 25 millimeter. I believe it's hollow. If it wasn't hollow, it'd be even stiffer. It'd be kind of crazy. Yeah, some Hotchkiss stickers. Little decal sheet. That's cool. You guys want to sponsor me? Maybe I'll actually put those on the car. Then we got these specific bushings that seem to come with grease fittings. I didn't know you were supposed to grease them, but thankfully they came with some grease, it looks like. We have the bar, we have 2 brackets each, we have 2, I guess those are called Zerk fittings, 90 degrees, black grease cap, 2 sway bar bushings, I see them in here, bolts, grease pack. I don't know what a carton is, but presumably this whole thing. Cool. Alright, that looks good enough to me. Just wanted to make sure it was good.
I'm trapped. Let me go.
Honestly.
Don't like that. Particularly. Not my favorite.
Alright, so I'm going to see if I can get the sway bar end link disconnected on this part right here. I don't know. I'm about to find out. Oh yeah, super easy. Cool. So then I'll just do it from the other side as well, and then we'll be able to pull this whole thing down. Doesn't seem to want to just fall down immediately, so that's cool. Oh, is this also holding it up? No, it's definitely also holding it up. Also loose. Also loose. I don't like that. Do not. Okay. Sway bar assembly off. Alright, pop this off real quick. I actually don't think I even need these pieces, but I'll keep that kind of together. Grab the new bar. This is like straight up you versus the guy she told you not to worry about. This way. Yeah. Yeah. Now this one I believe is solid and this one's hollow, so that makes up for some of the reason as to why it's so much bigger, but also I want to say this is equivalent to like a 22 millimeter solid bar. This is a 25, and this is like, I can't remember, 16 or 19? I can measure it. It's an 18 millimeter bar, solid. So this is like kind of upgrading, only like a couple millimeters, but I guess the hollow makes it a little lighter maybe. I feel about the same weight. Seems like we're gonna utilize the factory position for, I guess these are exactly the same, huh? Yeah. Kind of dumb. Alright. Anyways, we're going to probably be using these pieces for this and then the factory hole for that part, since that's threaded. That's our grease. It seems like I just need to figure out how exactly this sits on here. Okay, so I'm super dumb, but I realized it. So the grease is supposed to go inside the bushing, which makes a lot more sense because the sway bar will be actually pivoting on that. That said, why are the grease fittings on the... I don't really get it. I'm going to wipe it down. I'm probably going to leave some of it there just because, you know, clearly some kind of grease would end up making its way onto the outside of this thing. I really don't get it, to be honest with you here, but about to get really greasy and I'm not okay with it. What I am gonna do, I'll just pull it off. Just pop this Johnny off here. Yeah, I don't really, like, there's that hole Oh, is there a hole? Oh, there is a hole all the way through that. Okay. The intent is that the fitting goes through there. I see now. Alright, my bad, my bad. We learned. You know, at least I caught it. That's half of it, right? Listen, a little bit extra grease never hurt. Probably. I think that's a phrase they say. A little extra grease never hurt, you know? I don't know who they are and why they say that, but you know, don't worry about it.
In the bed you said you love it. I know you're losing hope. You never had nobody. That's not gonna go in. Oh, is it going in?
Sick. Alright, it's a little dark, sorry about that, but we got the sway bar back in, we got the end links. We actually connected to the softer setting, so the way that you determine that is basically the further away point on the sway bar. Basically, you have more leverage on it. It's kind of like lifting a wheelbarrow or something where you have a far away point, and so it's easier to lift. It makes this act softer. So tomorrow at the track, I am going to try switching to that stiffer one. I'd like to try it here first, and then try the stiffer one, and then kind of determine what I like feel-wise. So for right now, gonna get the wheels back on the car, and get this off of the jack stands, and move on, because it's already getting late. It's already 7:30, and I'd like to get the car on the trailer. Hopefully by 10. I don't know, we'll see. Still have to go get E85 too, so running a little bit late. All right, let's wrap this up. All right, so car's on the ground. I'm gonna start looking at how I want to do the catch can situation. I have the catch can. I don't know what lines I have, if it'll actually work, but either way, Just a quick reminder of why I hate working on my car in the Florida summer. You can see just on the front the color difference, and then shirt, whole shirt. That's what we're working with. So I'm gonna go get some water and some electrolytes. I'll come back. I forgot to record a lot of stuff last night, but we're at the track, and by track I mean skid pad. There's Farrah. There's Wyatt. So after I got the car on the trailer because it was getting late, went ahead and rigged up this dumb secondary catch can to my Virus air oil separator. So I kept getting oil. You can kind of see the remnants on my cross member, or whatever you call this thing, support, radiator support here. Forgot to clean that part up, but it's getting oil over here. I think it's coming out of the blow-off valve, which means that either my turbo seal is bad or I'm getting a lot of blow-by. And you can tell I do have like a lot of oil around this on the PCB side, and that was kind of filling up last event at Clean Culture. So I will basically keep an eye on this and see if it fills up. If it fills up, then that's probably my problem, and also check the bumper to see if it stays dry underneath, because last time it was literally leaking onto my bumper down here. So yeah, we'll find out.
I hear you.
Got a whole half of a lap, and then the transmission went. Show you. See. That is second gear. What's weird is it still works, but it seems to not work well. I don't know. Kind of want to try to run it, but I don't think it's worth risking anything. That was short-lived, but you know, we'll just hang out, hopefully catch some ride-alongs. I want to see how CJ's car drives because I've never been in it before, and I always like to see how other FRSs feel out. But yeah, so now I'm going to try the transmission that's in my garage and see if I can get another one, and hopefully that holds up next weekend. I'm just glad it happened now because I would have been really mad if it happened at Mystery Meet. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. Alright, I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching. Peace.